Hey guys, so I thought I would make a video just kind of introducing myself. I know many of you don't know me. The internet is a wide and vast place, so I thought it would be a good chance for you guys to get to know me. So first of all, I guess we could just start with my name. My name is Elizabeth, but I think that's too formal, so I go by Liz. I got interested in fitness actually really from a young age. Like my mom always worked out when I was a kid. She had one of those like Nordic Track ski machines in our like front room when I was little, and so she would do that every single morning. And then she took step aerobics. That's kind of dating myself, but she took step aerobics every Saturday. So my dad, he was on the volunteer fire department, so I would go with my mom to step aerobics. And a lot of the times the instructor would let me like put like a little step right next to my mom's step and like do 5 minutes of it, and then I would get bored obviously and go run around and do other things. But I always found it a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. So as I got older, my mom used to invite me to do things with her. She did like a motion and devotion thing at our church, which was basically step aerobics and then a devotion. So I would do that with her like during the summer because they didn't have an age limit for it, which was really cool. So they let me, I think I was like, oh my gosh, in between like sixth and seventh grade maybe, or it might have even been fifth and sixth. I can't remember exactly. But they let me come and they let me do it. And I really like enjoyed it and I felt so good afterwards. And it was just like such a great opportunity for me to spend time with my mom and bond with my mom. And my mom and I are really, really close. So I loved any chance I got to just spend time with her. So I think that's like what first inspired my interest in fitness. And then as I got a little bit older, my mom finally broke down and got a gym membership. And so she started taking me with her to the Y. And the Y is cool because it lets obviously young kids come in and participate in different things. So I started actually going to the Y with her on the weekends. And that was like our mother-daughter time. And then I usually beg her to go to the mall and she would let me go to the mall. But that's kind of how I started with that. And then in high school, I just kind of kept it up. Like I'd meet her after I was done with school and she was done with work, and we would go work out together. And I started kind of building friendships and like getting to know people at the gym. And like I just felt so good about myself, and I felt healthy and just like motivated and on the right track. I know it sounds like super weird, but I just felt really good about it. And my friends kind of started to notice too. And so they would always come to me like, oh, hey, what are you doing? Like, you look really good, blah, blah, blah. So that just was even more motivation to continue doing what I was doing. But when that started to happen, I started to kind of struggle a little bit with body dysmorphia and even I don't like to call it an eating disorder, but disordered eating. I started to get really critical of my body and really particular about what I would eat and what I wouldn't eat. And it just became worse and worse and worse to the point where like my mom noticed, my friends kind of noticed. And I didn't really know how to fix it. All I knew is that I liked it when people took notice of how hard I was working and the fact that the results were paying off. And I didn't want to do anything that would jeopardize my physique, if you will. So I struggled with that pretty much my junior and senior year in high school for sure. And then I went away to college. And before I went to college, my mom approached me and she was like, I think you need to talk to somebody about this because you're going to go to school, you're going to be by yourself, and you're going to be under like a lot of stress, there's going to be anxiety, and that's just going to compound the problem. So I actually went and saw a registered dietitian that worked out of our gym, and she kind of talked to me a little bit about what I was experiencing and then just some of my concerns I had towards food. Obviously, like, as a high schooler, I didn't really know too much about nutrition in general. So I was just going, low calorie, low carb, basically scared to eat anything that wasn't a salad. So she talked to me a lot about like different things I could eat and the importance of macronutrients, which if you haven't heard of macronutrients, that's carbohydrates, protein, and healthy fats. So she kind of set me up and gave me a good idea of like what's healthy eating versus like what I thought was healthy eating. So I went to school. I spent 4 years in school. I went to Marquette. Woo! Anyway, shout out if you're a Golden Eagle. I know there's that Golden Eagles warrior thing. I am a Golden Eagle. My dad was a warrior. I'm a Golden Eagle. Anyway, you can Google it or ask me if you want to know more about my rant. But I went to Marquette for 4 years, lived on campus the whole time in downtown Milwaukee. I was kind of like the odd one out because obviously downtown Milwaukee, Marquette, lots of drinking, lots of partying. And because I was so dedicated, I would say, to my health and nutrition and fitness, I didn't really do too much partying or drinking. I was always the kid that was up, like, and I know this is weird, so you guys don't have to tell me, but I would have, like, early classes, and so I would get up every single day at 5 a.m., and I'd walk to the opposite end of campus to go to the gym because it opened the earliest. We had 2 gyms, and one was, like, on the furthest end of campus, and the other one was a lot closer to me, but it didn't open, I think, till 6, so I was like, nope. So I would walk, wind, rain, snow, didn't matter, to the other side of campus every morning, and I would get my workout in. And it was actually really cool because I developed a relationship with a whole bunch of professors and people who worked at the university, as well as like 1 or 2 students who like had to man the desk at the gym and things like that. But we were like the morning gang, and so we had like our own little like culture. And it was kind of nice because in a way it kept me accountable. Because if I wasn't there, they'd be like, "Hey, where were you? Like, should we be scared?" So that was really nice. But I worked out all throughout college, and actually while I was in college, I contemplated doing like a degree in nutrition or a degree in kinesiology, exercise science, something like that. But it was 2008 when I entered college, and the like economy had just tanked, and I was like, nobody's ever gonna have money for a personal trainer ever again or anything like that. So I was like, okay, use your head. What can you make money in? So of course I went into broadcast journalism. There's tons of money there, right? Wrong, first of all, unless you are maybe like Katie Couric or Meredith Vieira or Savannah Guthrie or Hoda Kotb. Yeah, your local news talent makes squat, just in case you didn't know. But I thought it would be awesome because obviously I love to talk to people, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to move to different places and experience different things and meet new people. And so I was like, okay, this is great. And I knew I didn't want a job behind a desk because I absolutely can't stand sitting. Like, I've been sitting now for 7, almost 8 minutes, and it's driving me crazy. I want to stand up. So I knew I did not want to work behind a desk at all. So I went and got my degree in broadcast, and I actually got a job right after graduation. I was super lucky at a CBS station in Wausau, Wisconsin, which is about 3 hours north of where I was currently living in Milwaukee while I was in college. And I worked there for about 3 going on 4 years. And the job itself was cool. It had its ups and its downs like everything else. But it wasn't what I wanted to do day in and day out. I was not happy doing what I was doing. I loved the people I was doing it with, but I just really, that wasn't where I was supposed to be, and I knew it, but I was scared because I had just spent 4 years in school. I am still paying off student loans. I don't think those will go away till I die, but I was really nervous about changing fields. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I put all this time and effort in. I broke into an industry that is super hard to even get your foot in the door. So I was really torn. Like, do I throw this all away and start over with something that I really, really want to do? Or do I just kind of follow through with this and keep going? So I want to say it was November. It was like during the elections. I had been talking to some people at the gym that I had gone to in the Milwaukee area, and I was just telling them, like, I think I might want to do some personal training or some group instructing on the side. Like, what do you guys think? And they're like, you know, you'd make a really good instructor. We think that would be a really good idea. Like, get certified in some type of group exercise and just start like teaching, see what you think about it. So an opportunity came along for me to get certified in cycling. So I was super excited about that, went and did the certification, and just like loved it. Had an absolute ball, was so excited, felt so good afterwards, and I got to talk to like a whole bunch of people in the industry, a whole bunch of fitness professionals, and just kind of like air my concerns like, I don't have a background in kinesiology or exercise science or nutrition. I've been working in news for the last 4 years. Like, who's going to hire me? What am I going to do? Like, and they basically all told me the same thing. They're like, if you are passionate, if you love what you do, everything else can be taught. You just have to be passionate and care for people, and we can teach you the rest. So I went back to my station, and I think 2 weeks later, maybe, I up and quit, and I got a job working in a gym just at like the juice bar and doing like super low-key things, and then also instructing spin while I went back to school to get my certification for personal training. So that was 4 years ago now, and I got my certification in February of 2015, I think it was, and then I started taking on clients and training, and absolutely loved it. I just love working with people. I love the one-on-one. I love being able to help people in their fitness goals, answer all their questions. And I also just love to continue to learn about different things. In the fitness industry, it's always changing, and it's exciting, and it's new, and it's different, and it's just, I just love it. There's nothing about it that I don't like. But in June, I married my husband. His name is Noah, by the way. And we moved to Minneapolis because he lives and works in North Dakota most of the time. So Minneapolis is kind of like a halfway point between Wisconsin, where our family is, and then his job. So I'm here in Minneapolis. Don't know much about the area yet, but I'm exploring, and it's a great adventure, and I'm really hoping to find a place that I can train and do some of those things, but I'm also really excited to use my communications degree and start doing things in the online area as well, because I can reach so many more people this way, which is absolutely awesome. So I know I've been blabbering on and on and on and on and on about myself, and I'm really sorry for that. I hope you found it at least a little bit entertaining, and if you didn't, don't tell me. But anyway, long story short, I just wanted to introduce myself and kind of what I'm all about, and I would love to hear from you if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to know more about me, about nutrition, about exercise, basically about anything. My life is an open book, so I'd be more than happy to share with you guys. So feel free to pop any questions or things you have to say in the comments below. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, that would be awesome. So I post a lot of my workout videos and stuff there too. And you can like and subscribe to my channel, which I'll be posting a lot of workouts and nutrition and what I eat and vlogging and all that kind of thing. So I just want to know from you guys what you want to see. So let me know in the comments below. Thank you for spending at least the last 10 minutes with me. I think it was a little bit more than that. But I appreciate it, and I hope we really get to know each other well.